My brainchild, listen carefully. Do not brush this away. I need your attention right now, not later. Not when it feels convenient, but now. This is not background noise. This is not another message you can save for tomorrow. I am speaking to you in this moment because timing matters, and this moment carries weight you cannot yet see. I am not addressing everyone. I am addressing you. I am not broadcasting to a crowd. I am speaking directly into your heart, calling you by name. You felt something shift when you began reading. Something in you paused. Something in you knew this was different. That recognition was not random. It was your spirit responding to my voice. This moment is not casual. What I am about to say is not optional. It is gentle, but it is urgent. It is calm, but it carries weight. I need you present with me, not distracted, not half listening, not planning to come back to this later. This moment exists for a reason, and your attention right now is part of how I am protecting you. You live surrounded by noise. Messages compete for fragments of your focus every day. You have learned to listen without truly hearing, to scroll without truly seeing. But this is not like that. This is asking for your full presence because something significant is near, and being present now prepares you for what is approaching. I know the resistance you feel. Part of you wants to skim ahead, to rush through, to tell yourself you will focus more carefully later. That impulse is not coming from me. Resistance always rises when something truly important asks to be heard. I am asking you to slow down intentionally, to breathe deeply, to remain here with me. Heaven does not compete for attention the way the world does. Heaven does not shout. Heaven interrupts quietly, firmly, with love that knows when to speak. This is a divine interruption. I have stepped into your day not to confuse you, but to steady you. I am not here to add stress. I am here to anchor your heart. Something important is unfolding, and before it fully arrives, I want you grounded. Not scattered, not hurried. I want you aware, not drifting. I want you prepared, not caught off guard. This is why I speak with urgency. Many of the most crucial moments in life arrive softly. They do not announce themselves with noise. They come quietly, and those who are distracted miss them entirely. I do not want you to miss what is near. I do not want you looking back later wishing you had paid closer attention when I called your name. This moment is not about fear. It is about focus. It is about discernment. You are not reading these words by accident. You are here because I wanted your attention right now. I am not distant as I speak to you. I am close. I am steady. My authority does not require loudness, and my care is not expressed through force. I can ask you to stop because I love you. I can speak with seriousness because I am watching over you. When I say something is important, it is because I see the entire picture while you only see one corner. You do not need to understand everything yet. Understanding will come. What matters first is that you listen, that you stay, that you let your heart quiet enough to hear what I am saying beneath these words. There is protection in obedience. There is safety in slowing down. I know your life is full. I know your schedule moves quickly. I know stopping in the middle of everything feels inconvenient. But there are moments when stopping is the most important thing you can do. This is one of those times. Not because danger is screaming, but because wisdom is whispering. I am not asking you to panic. I am asking you to listen carefully, to honor the weight of this moment, to recognize that when I interrupt your rhythm, it is always purposeful. You may feel a mixture of emotions right now: curiosity, concern, calm, perhaps even uncertainty. That is normal when something important draws near. But do not let your mind race ahead. Stay here. Let my presence steady you. I am not speaking to you because you have done something wrong. I am speaking because I care. I am speaking because you matter deeply to me. I am speaking because tomorrow carries significance. And tonight is meant for listening. When I say do not brush this away, it is not a command meant to pressure you. It is an invitation designed to protect you. The world has trained you to ignore inner warnings, to push past moments of pause. I teach you the opposite. I teach you that stillness can be strength, that listening can be shelter. I know you are wondering what is coming. I know part of you wants clarity, wants details, wants to know exactly what this is about. But understanding does not always come first. Readiness does. Sometimes the most important preparation happens before you even know what you are preparing for. This is one of those times. I am not far from you. I am near, closer than your next breath. When I say I need to talk to you, it is because this moment matters enough that I want you to hear me clearly. Not through distraction, but directly, heart to heart. There are times in life when staying is wiser than moving, times when waiting demonstrates more strength than rushing forward. This is one of those times. I am preparing you quietly, gently. Let the urgency you feel guide you toward stillness, not panic. I am in control. I am watching. I am present. You may not see what is approaching yet, and you do not need to. You only need to trust the one who does see it. I speak now so you will not have to face tomorrow. You anchored, stop. Listen carefully. Do not brush this away. Something important is coming. And this moment of listening is part of how I am already protecting you. I need you to understand something. I am warning you because I love you. Every warning I give comes from love, never from a desire to frighten you. Warnings are never sent to create panic. They are sent to create a peace that is awake and steady, fear shouts. Love prepares and steadies the heart before anything arrives. I do not wait until something breaks to speak. I speak before storms form. I speak while there is still time to listen calmly, to adjust gently, to respond with trust. This is how heaven has always worked. I see the full path stretching ahead, not just the single step you are standing on. I see what is approaching while you are focused on today. And because I see, I speak. I need you ready, not afraid. Fear would tell you to imagine worst-case scenarios. Fear would fill your body with tension. That is not what I bring. What I bring is awareness that remains calm. Divine awareness does not steal your peace. It anchors it. I do not want your understanding to run ahead of your trust. Some things are better understood after they pass. Trust must come now. There is a difference between panic and preparation. Panic emerges from feeling out of control. Preparation comes from trusting the one who is in control. That is why I warn you gently. I am not pulling you into anxiety. I am drawing you into alignment. I need you ready, not afraid. You have learned from the world that warnings always mean unavoidable danger. But with me, warnings often mean danger can be avoided. Many outcomes in your life have been shaped by small moments of listening. Times when you slowed down without knowing why. Times when you stayed home instead of going out. Times when you waited. Times when you followed a sense you could not explain. There were moments when you were delayed, and it felt like inconvenience, but it protected you. Moments when plans changed and you felt frustrated, but it spared you. That was not luck. That was preparation. That was love guiding you. I am doing the same now. I do not need you to understand everything to keep you safe. I need you willing to trust me. Obedience is not blind fear. It is confident trust. I know your mind wants certainty, but clarity does not always arrive first. Readiness does. I am not trying to control you. I am covering you. Heaven has always prepared hearts before moments arrived. I prepared Noah before the rain. I prepared Joseph before the famine. I prepared the disciples before the storm. Preparation did not remove difficulty, but it removed panic. I am preparing you now the same way. What I am asking does not require fear. It requires attention. Fear narrows vision. Attention widens it. Fear isolates. Attention connects you to me. You do not need to sacrifice peace to be prepared. Ready means calm. Ready means aware. Ready means listening instead of rushing. Sometimes protection looks unremarkable. It looks like staying inside. It looks like resting. It looks like delaying plans. It looks like choosing stillness. I am asking you to listen and respond quietly. This is about you and me. If you feel suspense right now, let it become attentiveness. I am saying these things because I want you looking to me. When you look to me, your heart remains steady when circumstances shift. Urgency from heaven steadies the soul. It calls attention without alarm. I speak before storms, not after. Understanding will come, but for now, trust is enough. There is something I want you to see now. You often think my voice is rare or distant, but the truth is softer and closer. I have been guiding you quietly for years. You have heard my voice more than you realize. Think back to moments when you felt sudden hesitation, a small pull that told you to slow down, to wait. At the time, you may have dismissed it as doubt. But that was me. I was speaking in the only way that could reach you. I was nudging you because something ahead required care. You did not see the danger, but I did. And when you listened, you were protected. There were times when you were ready to act quickly. Everything said yes. But something whispered, wait. That whisper was not fear. It was wisdom. You may have felt frustrated when things did not move fast, but later you saw that delay spared you pain. That was not chance. That was guidance. Remember moments when plans fell apart and you felt disappointed. You thought it was bad timing, but I was quietly redirecting you. Protection often looks like inconvenience until you see what it prevented. You have also lived through moments when you felt a strong pull to do something simple that did not make sense: to stay home, to leave early, to say no, to take a different route. You did not know why. You only knew it felt right. That feeling was my presence guiding you. Sometimes the nudge was about people. You felt uneasy around someone but ignored it because they seemed kind. Later you realized that connection would have damaged your peace. Other times you felt drawn to someone without knowing why, and that connection became important. I was guiding you through relationships. Type Amen if this is speaking to you right now. There were seasons when everything slowed down and you felt like nothing was moving forward. You wondered why doors stayed closed when you were knocking, why opportunities did not come even though you were trying. But those pauses were not punishment. They were not signs you had done something wrong. They were preparation. I was teaching you patience in ways that could only happen slowly. I was strengthening your character. I was protecting you from stepping into things before you were ready. Delay is often where the most important growth happens, quietly, invisibly. And I was with you in every delayed season, shaping you gently. You have also experienced moments when sudden clarity came to you seemingly from nowhere. A strong sense of knowing exactly what to do even though your circumstances were confusing and unclear. You thought it was intuition or instinct. But that clarity came because I speak most often through peace. When your heart suddenly settles and a decision feels clear without any pressure or force behind it, that is my voice. Confusion never comes from me. The calm certainty that arrives without force is how I guide you most consistently. Look at the pattern across your life. When you were about to make a major decision, there was often a moment of pause first. A quiet hesitation before you signed the contract. A sense of peace before you said yes. A lack of peace that made you say no. You may have explained these away as nerves or excitement. But I was present in those moments, guiding you through feelings you could not always name. Think about relationships that ended. Before they ended, did you not sense something shifting? Did you not feel the distance growing? Did you not have moments where you knew, deep down, that things were changing? You may have ignored those signs for a while. You may have hoped things would improve, but the knowing was there. That was me preparing your heart for what was coming. Think about jobs you left or lost. Before the change happened, were there not signs, conversations that felt different, assignments that no longer excited you, a restlessness you could not explain, or sometimes a sudden peace about leaving even though it made no logical sense? I was in those feelings, moving you from one season to another. I want you to notice something. Every major turning point in your life was preceded by quiet guidance. Before relationships ended, before paths changed, there was almost always a moment where something inside you shifted. You may not have recognized it as me then, but you are beginning to see now it was never random. Even when you did not listen, I did not abandon you. I stayed close. I helped you recover. Guidance is not about perfection. It is about relationship. Think about times you said later, I knew I should not have done that. That knowing did not come from nowhere. That was me speaking. As you grow more attentive, my voice becomes easier to recognize. There were moments when you felt peace about something, even when others questioned it. That peace was not coming from logic. It was coming from me. I often guide you through peace rather than pressure. When something is right, it settles your heart. I am showing you this pattern so your trust can awaken. You are not suddenly being warned from nowhere. This is how I have always worked in your life. Gentle preparation, quiet nudges. You have been responding to my voice for years. When I say listen carefully now, it is because you already know how my voice feels. You have felt it before. That calm awareness. That pause that asks you not to rush. This moment carries the same tone, the same presence. You may think guidance must come with clear words or strong signs. But I often guide you in ways that fit naturally within your life. I speak through conscience, through timing, through subtle awareness. When you listen, you move safely. I am showing you this because trust grows when you see consistency. You have not been guessing your way through life. You have been guided more than you understood. My presence has been constant. You already know my voice. You have followed it before. Your life carries the evidence. You did not survive by accident. I was there every time you were redirected. Every time you felt a quiet pull that saved you. You have heard my voice more than you realize. And now, as I speak again, I want that recognition to settle into your heart. This is not fear calling you. This is familiarity. This is the same guidance that has shaped your path before. Trust what feels steady. Trust what brings clarity instead of panic. You are being asked to do what you have done before. Listen, pause, trust, remain. I have guided you then. I am guiding you now. Something is happening right now, even as you read these words. It is not loud. It is quiet, steady, deliberate. It is a shift already in motion, and you are standing inside it. You may feel it as a subtle change in awareness. That feeling is real. It is transition. Transition does not announce itself like chaos does. Transition moves beneath the surface, rearranging foundations before anything visible changes. Right now, I am doing work you cannot see. I am aligning things quietly. None of this requires panic. It requires attentiveness. You live in a world that confuses movement with progress. When something shifts, people rush. But hear me clearly. Movement around you does not mean movement is required from you. There are moments when stillness is the most obedient response. There are moments when remaining is wisdom. Right now, tomorrow is being shaped by how you listen today, not by how fast you move, but by how willing you are to stay attentive to my voice. I know when you sense change, your mind wants to fill space with guesses. You want details, timelines, but explanation is not always what steadies the heart. Presence is, awareness is. Staying with me is. This shift is not danger approaching. It is alignment unfolding. It is the kind of change that requires your heart to be steady rather than reactive. If you rush, you will miss subtle guidance. I am not calling you into isolation. I am positioning you. This moment asks you to observe, not intervene, to listen, not rush, to trust that not every important moment requires your movement. You may notice the atmosphere feels slightly different. Conversations may feel heavier. People may seem unsettled. Plans may feel less solid. These are signs of transition, not threats. When foundations adjust, the surface feels unstable briefly. But instability does not mean collapse. It means reordering. I want you to remain calm within this shift. Calm does not mean passive. Calm means aware without tension. Calm means alert without fear. Calm means you trust me more than the noise surrounding you. This is why I am speaking now. Not because something is about to go wrong, but because something is being rearranged, and I want you steady while it happens. Obedience does not always look like action. Sometimes it looks like restraint. Sometimes it looks like staying put when everything suggests you should be moving. The world glorifies constant motion. I value alignment and proper positioning. There are times when I ask people to move quickly. This is not one of those times for you. This is a moment for stillness that pays attention. Stillness does not mean sleep or disconnection. It means awareness without rushing. It means listening without reacting. It means observing without interfering. I am doing work on your behalf right now that does not require your help. It only requires your cooperation. Cooperation looks like staying calm, guarding your thoughts, refusing unnecessary fear, remaining receptive to my guidance. It looks like not talking yourself out of the nudge you feel to pause. It looks like trusting that delay can be protection. You may feel tempted to fill this moment with activity, to distract yourself, to stay busy so you do not feel the suspense of not knowing. Resist that urge. Silence is not emptiness when I am in it. Silence is space for alignment. Space is where guidance becomes clear. Movement around you does not mean movement is required from you. People may make choices you do not understand. None of that requires immediate response from you. Wait for my direction when movement is needed. You will know without pressure. Right now, your role is not to act but to remain aligned. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it today. You will know who. I am not asking you to watch for signs everywhere. Awareness does not mean hypervigilance. It means quiet attention. I lead through peace that is awake. You are not in danger. You are being cared for. You are being prepared quietly, gently, and everything I do in advance is because I love you too much to leave you unprepared. Stay with me. Stay steady. Stay listening. This is not the end of something. This is the beginning of alignment, and I am with you every step of the way.